Welcome, everybody, to FrontStreetFights.com, also our YouTube page. And as you take a live look inside here, CenturyLink Arena, the aftermath of Front Street Fights 8 Young Guns, presented by Bodybuilding.com. Again, as I said, welcome to FrontStreetFights.com, also our Facebook page and a YouTube page. I am Matt Johnson, along with Mitch Coats. And Mitch, I'm exhausted, man. Great night of fights.
Yeah, we're exhausted because this went really late. Why did it go late? It went late because a lot of fights went the distance, and there was a lot of action to be seen, to be watched, and this was an amazing fight card for the technical MMA junkie.
And speaking of all the action, let's go ahead and take a look at the action tonight. We're going to start with our first fight of the night, that being Paul Crawford and Steven Hernandez. Of course, Steven Hernandez, former Boise State wrestler, making his MMA debut tonight against Paul Crawford. What did you like out of this fight there as you saw that slam there by Steven Hernandez?
Yeah, the D1 wrestler that just did what he was good at. You know, he did the takedown, got the takedown, got half guard, and just elected to ground and pound and just finish the fight. He was amazing.
And speaking of the finish of the fight, that came at 1 minute and 50 seconds of round number one. Of course, 3-minute round, so just about halfway through the fight there was a submission in favor of Steven Hernandez. And again, we talked about this one at the end of the broadcast. Destiny McCubbin and Courtney Youngblood could have been, and if amateur fights are allowed to be, should have been the fight of the night.
If you weren't here as a fan watching early in the arena, you missed probably one of the best fights of the night. This was just action-packed, and these two ladies just left their heart in the ring.
And some of them left a little bit of blood as well, too. Fight number 2 went the way of Destiny McCubbin. It was a submission victory over Courtney Youngblood, that coming at the 2-minute and 7-second mark of round number 2. Finally, our main event of the amateur undercard, Jesse Gingler, Michael Garcia. We talked about the weight issues that Jesse Gingler had coming in over a little 6 pounds. It was overweight over Michael Garcia. This one did go the full distance. What did you like out of this fight? What did you see from both fighters?
Michael did a really good job with doing his ground and pound and trying to stay out of trouble. He had some places that he could have improved. Jesse spent too long on the ground trying to get his ground game working and just lost time in the clock, and it just really wasn't working for him tonight. But that was it was a good fight where two men just really tried their hardest to win.
And again, that one goes the way of Michael Garcia via a judge's decision, 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27. Moving on to the pro portion of the card, our opening bout was Edgevaldo Cavallo going up against Joe Hamilton. This one is exciting, and kudos to, again, Edgevaldo making a second straight appearance with us from Brazil. Of course, him and his trainer moving King Shark Brazil MMA here to Boise, so we're very excited to have him. But there's the simple mistake that it took in round number 2, just 47 seconds in, Joe Hamilton winning via long armbar.
Yeah, Edgevaldo got submitted, so Joe Hamilton, the Twin Falls guy, submits the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. So that was an amazing fight.
And hopefully to see them both back very soon. Again, what ended up being the fight of the night, and arguably so, not without a little bit of controversy in this one. It was Ashley Dean coming up from Colorado Springs, Colorado, with the Pariah MMA group going against Vida Arteaga in her pro debut tonight. Talk about what you saw from both of these women as you see Vida going for a spinning back fist there. What did you see and what did you like out of this one?
This was basically a 100% striking battle, and these ladies tried to implement their game plan. They both had different strategies, and it was just an amazing fight to be watched, and it was mired in controversy, as you said before.
And that controversy, of course, was the decision, and you heard a lot of fans from Colorado here tonight and watching online. It was a split decision, all 3 judges scoring at 29-28, 2 rounds going to Vida Arteaga, and 1 round going to Ashley Dean. So Vida Arteaga successful in her pro debut tonight. Next bout of the night was Trey Smith and Vince Morales. This one featured a lot of heavy hits here and a lot of offensive explosion in this one. A lot of good offense from Vince Morales and just not quite enough defense from Trey Smith.
I think Vince was coming off a loss and he had something to prove tonight. And he proved it tonight. He marched forward, marched the guy down, and ended up getting the TKO, and it was a good stoppage by referee Tom Sutton.
And you mentioned that TKO stoppage by Tom Sutton. That happened at 4 minutes and 15 seconds of round number 1. On to the co-main event of the evening. It was a return of Casey Wildstyle Johnson against going a late replacement against Matt Goff. This one, again, came down to a little simple mistake there. As you see, this is actually the main event here, so we're skipping a little bit ahead of ourselves here. I guess it bears no repeating there. Josh Tyler and Matt Jones. That was the early knockdown you saw there by Josh Tyler that Matt Jones was able to withstand.
Yeah, you saw a savvy veteran dethrone a rising star. Matt Jones has a lot of potential, and Josh Tyler even gave Matt Jones a lot of credit. That fight was an amazing fight to be watched, and 5 rounds, gut out, trench warfare.
And again, before we get to the results of the main event there, the co-main event going in favor of Casey Johnson, just 1:42 into round 1. It was a triangle choke. And of course, this fight, the title fight, the main event fight, went the way of Josh Tyler. It was a unanimous decision, very good decision. And I think probably what is more to be admired from Matt Jones, he has nothing to let his head down about tonight. We mentioned this on the broadcast. I think in 5 rounds over the course of 20 minutes, you saw a fighter grow and evolve over a very well-experienced, very well-coached opponent.
Yeah, and that's what you look for if you're the matchmaker, and you want to see that very evenly matched fight, and you don't want to give your hometown people an advantage. You want to test them, and you want to test that, and that will attract people here to this event, which it's already doing, from outside of our market. And we are developing an organization that is second to none.
And speaking of second to none, we are very excited. If you missed the big announcement, if you did not see it on social media, Bellator MMA will take over CenturyLink Arena on May 20th. Tickets aren't on sale yet. We will have that announcement coming soon. As you see the video right now, very excited. I mean, to have an organization like Bellator choose Boise, Idaho as one of its main stops for the year on May 20th right here at CenturyLink Arena speaks a lot to how much this organization has grown over the last year and a half.
Absolutely. I think that the Boise crowd is going to get behind this, and this is only going to be just the beginning of some relationship with Bellator that will just continue to thrive.
And for more details on that, make sure you follow us on social media. Of course, Facebook.com. Also, that is Front Street Fights. Facebook.com/Front Street Fights. On Twitter, it is at Front ST Fights. On Instagram, search Front Street Fights, all one word. Then, of course, YouTube.com, where you watch the broadcast tonight and may be watching this right now. YouTube.com/Front Street Fights. Mitch, I got to tell you, it was a great night. I appreciate having you here, my friend, and I look forward to doing it again here very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an awesome event. There you go. There's a handshake. And
brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug, man. Come on, bring it in for the real thing.
Yeah, I really feel like this is just an amazing opportunity for me to just sit here and watch these up and coming athletes. And I had my time, and I just love giving all the glory to these guys and pumping them up. And nothing bad could be really said about anybody tonight. This was just a great card.
Well, Mitch, we appreciate the time again. We look forward to doing it real soon. And again, a big thank you to matchmaker Todd Carlson for putting on another great event. Thank you to Cable One for another awesome production. Again, stay tuned to FrontStreetFights.com for the next announcement coming very soon. For Mitch Coats, that is. I am Matt Johnson on behalf of everybody here at Front Street Fights. Thank you for watching. Good night. We'll see you again real soon.